Welcome to Sugar Addicts Anonymous. I realized I was officially a sugar addict when I found peanut butter cookies in my husband's protein shake jar. I realized he had been hiding them from me because he couldn't trust me to know there was cookies in the house. Does that sound familiar at all to you? If you feel like you're addicted to sugar, I find it's really frustrating because people don't give it the street cred that it clearly deserves. It's much more than just sugar. We're using that sugar to self-soothe. We're coping with stressful situations through sugar. And rather than feeling that initial stressful situation, we're going and binging on sugar. And when we feel guilt for that sugar, that is covering up the initial feelings of guilt, resentment, depression. So step one for starting to relieve that addiction to sugar is recognizing that you're doing it in the first place. Because a lot of times we don't recognize. It's so second nature to us. As soon as we feel stressed, we want to take it out on a box of donuts. Without recognizing what we're doing, we can't stop that pattern. It's also very natural to blame ourselves for this. And we need to understand that our bodies do crave sugar. Sugar does release a happy hormone in our mind. So it's not our fault that it feels good to eat sugar. But we do need to exercise some willpower and self-control so that we're doing it in a healthy way. Never ever blame yourself, because the reason that you're running to sugar is because you're feeling uncertain about something. And we all know that if we have a chocolate bar, we're quite certain it's going to taste good. So in a time of our lives when we're feeling uncertain, food can bring us that certainty. So if we are running to food for certainty and then we're attacking ourselves for that action, we're only creating more uncertainty, more depression, and more guilt in that situation. We need to stop it. We need to start supporting ourselves no matter what. The best way to counter those addictions is by having an honest conversation with yourself in that moment. If you're experiencing a sugar craving, identify why are you having a sugar craving? What is it that you're trying to cover up? What is stressing you out? What is causing you anxiety? What is it that is driving you towards the sugar? If you can find your sugar triggers, you can stop it where the addiction is starting. Second thing you can do is find another healthier alternative to having sugar. Go for a walk, do a meditation, watch a funny animal video on YouTube, some way to generate some happiness when you're feeling stressed and uncertain. If that's not helping and you're still really hankering for some sugar, go with something like a piece of fruit. For one, it's natural sugar. Secondly, apples or different kinds of fruit have a lot of fiber in it. So when you're eating that, it's going to digest a little bit slower. So you're not going to get quite the same sugar high, and you're also going to avoid the inevitable sugar crash. Another method that really helped me when I was first starting to break out of the sugar addiction is having a sugar buddy. So every time I was tempted by a donut or someone brought something into the office, I would text my friend and say, "Oh my gosh, there's donuts. What am I going to do?" And she'd text me back and she'd say, "Don't even think about it." And just having that accountability to somebody, sometimes you need to be good for someone bigger than yourself. So don't feel like sugar addiction has to rule you the rest of your life. There's a lot of different options out there that are much healthier. And there's a lot of ways that you can break your addiction, but you need to take it seriously. So I'm going to do a 2-part video blog. And in my next video blog, I'm going to tell you exactly how I quit sugar. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching.